Hello, and welcome back to Songs of Syx. We have temporarily solved our food crisis, or are in the process of solving our food crisis, as well as getting our jewelry operations online. We are actually stocking jewelry, making up to 2 a day, and I don't know, man, fixing some of the happiness. People are getting a bit more well-supplied in the city. We have some new mushroom farms starting to come in as well, which are going to be a great boon. And the military is getting swap-swapped around. We do still have some things we need to fix, because we did get a new grain farm out here, but we also need a bakery to go with it. So I am curious. We cleared out this space for a bakery. But I feel like maybe we could design a better bakery. Make a better bakery. It's a piece of cake to make a pretty cake. After all, if the way is hazy. But it's going to be big if we do it this way. Honestly, I might do it. I might just let it hog up this whole space. Just let it go full hog. Let those guys get to that torch. Do I do forbidden corners? Maybe I do forbidden corners. The elves will be pleased. Now, I don't know if that's going to be the right way to do this. I feel like the answer is probably no. But if I can make something nonsense in here that works, I'll give it a try. It's going to have to be single rack ovens. It doesn't quite have the same range on this side. But you know what? Once we start talking about adding in things like storage, it might not matter. How is this so comically shaped? If I do it like that and I do it like that, can you not move there instead? You could. Okay, so that's a little nicer. We fit a little auxiliary oven there and a little auxiliary oven there. That's 83%. 95%. That's 100%. Now, if I was to add in additional room over here, I could put the storage right there. Or say there. And have a door. It's not a lot of racks of bread. You can only have one storage. I don't love that. We could put it here. I wonder if maybe I can't. Let me have an idea here for a second. Because if I could say put those there and there. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. How do we feel about that for auxiliary ovens? 91%. Then we could put a big storage container here. And I think that makes way more sense. And then I probably only need like one more of these guys. 97. That would be 100. So I could do that. I could put a door there. I could put a door there. We could put 2 doors down here. And then perhaps a door down here to lead to the, I don't know, ration maker. This is 37 bakers. We're going to make it out of stone. I like it, dudes. I like that very much. Thank you. Quick addition. Knock out this corner. How do I make you work? I want to dismantle that. Cancel that job. And then... There we go. That way I can put a torch in there. And we can add in little tiny road pieces. So these stairs are still like have torches on them. I can't believe that. The refugees just triggered us up into Legati Ray. A new level has been bestowed. As great judge, our words start to carry weight even outside of your realm. 55 innovation, 4 noble promotions, and 55 knowledge. Now, if only the music would kick back in, it would feel very fitting. These noble promotions are going to go on governors to start. Steve Dave, you're getting ranked up to attack Murray. Almost unquestionably, 2 of my governors need to get leveled up. I think one of my governors is going to need to switch to probably a baker, but we're gonna have to figure that out after. So I'm gonna leave 2 level ups for right now. Interested in this game because of your live stream. Thank you so much. Will you release this game VOD in the near future? Yes. Not tomorrow. That's Age of Wonders, but the day after that. Tomorrow's Friday. Yeah, Saturday. These will be updated on Saturday. The first one of these is going to come out on Saturday. I want to watch How Did You Start? We do have one other playthrough of these up right now, which is from the last version. We started an all Amoebas colony, which are these little lizard guys. And that was actually a really good playthrough. That one went really well. It's a mono colony, so it's only one faction. And this is a super, super blended colony. But it worked out okay. It worked out in the end. So, with all those governor points, oh my god, we have 83 governor points. Upgrade. Vegetables. Honestly, upgrade twice. Shadu Forest is huge. I want land clearance. Do I want second vegetables? The Amoebans really like vegetables. You were meant to have a garrison here. I could go second vegetables. Then you have 3 points left over. Probably a stage. 2. Our workers guild? Question mark? How much did that do? That did that much. That did that much. This would do that much. Yeah, all right. $108K. You still have a point left over. Oh my god. I guess I'll also put in a physician's guild then. Shadow Forest is meant to be a very big spot, so. Whose store is already pretty big? Tunja. Potential home of Bacti crawlers or Globdians. And mostly just humans moving in here. This is where the Aurochs come from. Coffee. Yum. Sorry, I was just like slurp, 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 slurp. Everyone is dead in Hoots Fort. God damn, are you for real? So I have to get rid of all these jobs, right? You have to like unbuild everything before they're even willing to come back. At target pop, current 78 at target pop. Yeah, you know what? Sorry. Until this disease ends, I don't think I build anything there. I do think I want to build up Tunja, though. It's crazy how much gem mines we have in all of these locations. I find it honestly a bit bizarre. 41 eggs and 13 meat. You produce 27 meat. I feel like back-to-crawler breeders are not actually making me that much meat. Would I be better off just getting eggs? I mean, I did say this was originally meant to be like an amoeban colony. Yikes, man. Law. Nobody likes the law. I could border guard you. Humans, Nondorians, Amoebans wouldn't love it. If I got rid of the gate, I would need to put in a lot of other stuff to make up for that. But the gate is 5. 3? 3. So I probably keep the gate. Huh. Well, it can grow a lot bigger without stalks. That is the thing. I mean, I suppose I could just run it like this. They're all happy here. But right now, let's do that. 63 left over. Man, we actually have a lot of room. You're our border guard with a wall. Sturkstad here. This is a totally safe location. I guess, like, the guild is also completely safe. But the guild is just Garthemes. And loyalty permanently sucks there. Because for some reason, I can't set it to only be these guys. So I might upgrade this city then. But again, it's like, you know, you're back to Crawler 1. I want Hootsword because that's where my wood comes from. You're gems or herbs. You are gems or grain. Could be valuable. Novhagen. You are vegetables or cotton. And what would you be? Vegetables, fruit, farming. Yeah. It's funny. We're not like really getting, like, I'd love a mushroom place, you know? There's one. This is Dondorians and mushrooms, but I'd have to go through Bravestad to get it. Yeah, that would be really nice. What does he have in here? Guard post, stone mine, a shrine, and a humidifier. Yeah, like, what does the computer build in small towns? Wells, roads, border guards. They love building shrines. Which is really curious. How much do shrines take for workforce? 7. Where are they getting all this workforce from? God damn. Mac, hello. How we doing, dude? All right, we'll let that be for now. We have a handful of other stuff we got to still sort out in the town itself. I have a massive housing crisis right now because we just accepted a lot of humans. I say massive housing crisis. It's not really that bad. I will add some more homes, though, because it does feel like the appropriate thing to do. The people want somewhere to sleep, and we will give it them. Doom, 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 boom, boom. Yeah, this is crazy. This makes absolutely no sense. What am I doing here? Who hurt you, agent? All right, screw it. Let's go. How to make cities that will drive Chad insane. A book by AgentNumberOne. Absolutely nonsense. Well, you know, it's more homes. People. Humans. And I guess we are building... Yeah, we have all these new amoeban homes. Interesting how these mud walls just like black out when they're next to the wall. Yeah, I left these guys a mud wall in between as well. And down here. Well, I really goofed this up. If I'd done that right, I could fit one more home in there. Well, nobody has moved in there yet, so I tell you what. We smart dismantle these. Why are you not including the walls? Fools. Okay. Couple new houses. And we do have to remember, like, basements. Now, despite the fact that I built all those carpenters recently, now that we have so many more people and so many more homes, it does seem like our furniture is having an issue. Our masonry is only having an issue because nobody is working. No, actually, I might be wrong. Unavailable stone. Oh, there's your problem. Let's tap another 10 jobs in there. Can't watch this. I actually like it. Embrace the chaos. A bit of chaos is good. Do I have 65 odd jobbers? What is happening? How rapidly this has changed? I'm getting whiplash. Okay. Now we're making that. We're making that. We have an excess of coal. How are the Dondos doing on homes? Yeah, see, they're fine. I would like to start putting in small amounts of tool makers and small amounts of plate mail makers. And see how we can start doing on our stockpiles. Do you store tools? You do. Okay. You know what I'd really like to do with this metal that has completely vanished? For the longest time, These laboratories have been waiting an upgrade. Ooh, 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 ooh. For the longest time. Or metal. Oh, I have a load of metal here. It's just not in stockpiles. It's all on this this hauler. Tricky, tricky, tricky. So if metal is on this hauler, it doesn't count as being in my stockpiles. When storing, this warehouse is closed to outsiders and no one will use it as a source of good. Does not affect pull-push orders from other storage rooms. I put you on pause. If I want to stockpile metal, probably. Furthermore, I think I'm actually importing metal right now because of this. I'm gonna put them on pause for a little bit. I want to see what happens. Yeah, all those smithies are actually going to eat all my metal incoming, so I might need to put all of this on pause for a little while. Just because if I can upgrade those labs, I can literally just get a flat stat bump on so many things. Humans and Amevans are leaving the city. Why are the humans so upsetty, Spaghetti? Because they don't like their jobs. Hootsort is thinking about rebelling. Well, homies, you have nowhere here to rebel. I don't know. Maybe I do actually have to remove everything out of here. Workforce 2, workforce 1. Yeah, you literally have 0 workforce right now. I don't understand how this city works. I don't understand how to deal with quarantine. Because I don't think it's going to grow. Yeah, it won't grow until the outbreak is done. So I think I just have to let it die. It has sparkles. Rainbow, and then everyone got free candy, right? Building crooked cities thinking it will upset us. I think it upsets the YouTubers more than it upsets Twitch Dad. Twitch Dad embraces the chaos. YouTube is like, excuse me, actually, if you built a totally perfectly optimized city on a better grid base, then you would improve your efficiency by 4.7%, and actually things would work a lot better for you. And whoa, that's what they do. They make that noise as well. I'm hiring mercenaries. Dots are down to 170. Wall of Steel. I don't know who you guys are. Where are my other dots? Where are the dots I like hiring? Bills of Iron, 160. Well, if that's the case, take the dots of Silthian. We know these guys are G's. I'm curious if they ever heal. So we're going to go down and we're going to take over the restroom. Because it is a choke point. We could also take over Winchie. But I'm less inclined for that. How's our highway going? Almost built. Speed things up a bit. Got to activate those jobs. A large group of humans have denounced your city, renouncing your citizenship and your rule. This is a sign of weakness. You know what? That's fine. We just got a massive immigration. We might as well get a massive emigration. They're only upset because everybody has immigrated in recently. Very comical. Once I get this bakery up, I think we can rebuild our standing army. I hope so. Choke point nickname. I don't know how I feel about that one. Purge 30 sessions in Age of Wonders in the hope that the loading time improves like it would in EU4. Like the save files? I don't know that has an effect in Age of Wonders. I say as I have like every save I've ever made. Dude, I don't know how wide I need this group. I imagine 3. All right, we're going to charge. You know what? I've also noticed this guard will maintain formation and stay on the defensive. If I turn that off, will they loop around units more? Oh, I think they will. Now, I don't know if that's good for us. Our homies are actually feeling outmatched. But I imagine this has a lot to do with these guys trying to get in behind us here as well. Feeling surrounded, feeling outmatched. The real answer would be to kill these guys, but... Can we do that? Oh, I think that's going to be a bad idea. I need to get behind them. Oh, I am getting big time charged, I think, here. I don't know about that plan. I think I'm going to reform. Take my defense. I might have actually managed to kill that other group. We've killed 12. They've killed 0. Man, you can't stop the Daunts. They're too good. They have 96% experience. They care not from whence the blood flows, as long as it flows for Scythian, I suppose. As long as it flows for the Daunts. I wonder at what point they're going to stop feeling like they are outmatched. I love that they still have like 7% melee training. Like they still have 0 training, but they are extremely battle hardened warriors. Which is helping them maintain morale, but... $47 versus 114. Oh, those guys are feeling outmatched now. We're no longer feeling outmatched. They are feeling outmatched. I suppose that makes sense when you've killed one guy and they've killed 25. So we'll just let them duke it out. The Donuts of Sith, Evil Space Wizard Donuts. Really like this game, but I've only done the city building portion to date. It takes a while to get to combat, and even still, like, man, we're pretty far in, and the combat that we're doing is still like one mercenary squad. Now, I will say that has a lot to do with how I built my city and the production lines that I like focused on. The Amoeba city, we had armies up basically right away, like in very short amount of time. And I would also argue, like, I do have armies. I could be doing this with my troops instead of these dweebs, but I mostly am saving my dweebs for raiders at the moment, which is maybe foolish because they could use this melee training. We have soldiers. We have archers as well. We have quite a lot of archers, actually. I have a bad habit of not wanting to let my guys go out until they're like 100% trained and wearing full armor. Like, I value their lives too much. And I really shouldn't. I should let them just get ground down. You guys have killed 42. They've got to be almost dead. My morale is really bad. Their morale is actually worse, though. So they're about to break. That was, I gotta be honest, closer than I would have liked. Do I want to capture 31 humans? Yeah, actually, I think I do. Thanks, homies. And the reason for that is because while most of this is Garthemi, some humans do need to work in like the warehouses and the loading stations, which I'm seeing are completely full right now. God damn. Do we have a lot of booty and looties? I think you guys actually need to auto-employ. That trade warehouse is totally maxed out. This bakery needs a lot to build. Yeah. Patience. At least we have grain. The bread isn't lasting very long. We'll just siege them out. There's only 25 of them. Vietnam in my backyard right now. A big ant war on the patio. Is it like black ants versus red ants? Black ants on black ants? Is it a race war or just a like black on black violence? It's really not the word. It's really not the right way to be phrasing this. But you know what I'm saying. You know what I mean. Captures 30 slaves, whole colony starves. Well, I'm back to having suddenly no odd jobbers and negative 140, but I guess we did have a massive exodus a minute ago, so. And I was going to say it is harvesting season, but actually, no, it's the middle of winter. But I guess we plant in the middle of winter, so who knows? One thing is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I still need 3 more noble houses. So I reckon 2 of them are going here. I absolutely don't have the bricks for them right now, though, so I'm going to chill out. What's that? 13 and climbing. Okay. Curious if these guys are pulling metal out of this stockpile. You know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to turn this back on, but I'm actually just going to turn it off. Because I think what that will do is it will create 280 metal, and then they'll move that all into my stockpiles. There we go. Boom. And now I can use that and upgrade my laboratories. Boom. We have 68 knowledge. We have 67 innovation. So we get to start deciding, like, where do we want to put stuff? Okay, I'm putting it into fishery because if I put 1 point in here, it counts as 11 additional fisheries. I'm putting a ton of points in there. 6.3, 5.1, 2.1. I can't believe how much that fisheries got boosted. 3.6 in baking. That's not enough. That's not enough. 3 workers there. 1.3 there. I will need to create some weapons. What are our guys wielding right now? You guys got spears. You got falcatas. And you have warhammers. Falcatas flanxes. I feel like I like spears over falcatas. Potteries are 2 and 2. You're 1.6. You guys are knowledge. And I think it's about time we upgraded the food stalls, upgraded the markets, and upgraded the wells and the hearths. Yeah, I'm gonna do that just across the board. I think that's a smart choice. This stuff is all administration, so that doesn't happen until I start getting admin. Executions. Upgrade the embassies. Caravans give us less proximity, but I don't think that's worth any points right now. The best thing is still to just keep putting points in the fisheries. Like by a wide margin. So let's see how that affects what we got coming in now. And then what do we need? We need cut stone and we need regular stone. You need wood, cut stone, and metal for the hearth. You guys need furniture and pottery, and you guys need furniture, pottery, and stone. Okay, so I just need like all of our stockpiles to just grow a little bit. Furthermore, with all of this additional metal, there's another laboratory upgraded. And we have one more lab out here I will upgrade right now. That's crazy. That's all of our labs. 1, 2, 3. Yes. Fantastico. Now I'm going to turn this guy back on metal. Great. You should never need more than one hauler. So I don't know how much that's going to spike our innovation, but it should be a fair bit. Have I played Dwarf Fortress? Yes. Oh my god, so much. How does this game compare to Dwarf Fortress? It is very similar. I think if you like one, you would like the other. This game is... like, the big thing I always say about Dwarf Fortress is, like, Dwarf Fortress does not care about you. You know, if you start in the wrong location, you'll just get, like, hit by a Minotaur. You can have, like, a Forgotten Beast. This game is a lot, I think, more forgiving than Dwarf Fortress. It also kind of has, like, the challenge adapts. So it's like once you get to a certain point, suddenly it's like, oh, you're not just worrying about like housing and food. Then it's like now you have to start worrying about defenses. And then once it's like, okay, you've dealt with the defenses, you're dealing with bandits, your city is growing, it's up to thousands of population. Population is much bigger in this game than Dwarf Fortress. But your population gets so big, and then it's like suddenly your people are committing crimes because they're not happy. So then you have to start dealing with the law, and you have to start figuring out like, okay, what crimes are happening, who's beating each other to death, is there serial killers, etc., which does kind of happen in Dwarf Fortress as well. And then you grow so much more, and then suddenly it's like, oh, health is now a problem. Like you have diseases spreading throughout your place, and you got to make sure you have enough physicians and whatnot. The game is designed that it's meant to kind of grow at all these different phases, and it does a very good job, I think, of doing that. This guy here is going to need coal. Let's give him 4 buckets. Because he's going to pull grain from here, and he's going to pull coal from there. And he gonna make bread. He gonna make bread. He's almost built. Does it have an end? Well, you... kind of? It depends on what you want to do. It is a bit of like make your own campaign. In theory, the end is go out and conquer every single city-state. Like, I think if you do that, the game technically ends because there's like not anything else to do, but I don't really think it's like an end so much. It's in the same way that like Dwarf Fortress has an end, which is like invade the circus. You know, you don't really have to do it, but you can if you want to. This does have also like, you know, in Dwarf Fortress, you get to like talk to other colonies. In this one, you actually start taking over other cities, and you don't build them up in the same way, but you do have this like other variant in here where you come in and you say like, oh, well, I need this to happen and I want this to upgrade this way. I'm actually going to increase the size of this city. Whoops, not stocks. This city... it's kind of like a weird toll booth city. The only thing it could make is gems, and frankly, I don't want it to make that. Could make a bank, but I don't feel like we're having money issues right now. Do I just put like all the... you know what? Let's put some border militia in here. And a tax office. And a workers guild. You know what, man? This is going to be a guild city. Is what this is going to be. And as I unlock more better guilds, I can start upgrading that city. Regions can be upgraded. Food sword. Also is not operating efficiently because of this. I do think I need to bring this back down. Which does mean I need to kill everything else in this city, I think. I ain't really clear how this outbreak works. Honestly. It says outbreak times 0, so it's like as long as you have population, you don't have population. I feel like if a town is at 0, it should just implode, right? Like, you might have to abandon it. Oh boy, I ain't clear. I don't want to abandon it, but I will if I have to. You show us on the map and I'm like, no, there is no end. Yeah, I know, right? It's like conquering all that stuff is a bit out of the question. My goal was to kind of conquer this area. I wanted to become like a border trade city and then just start having pretty much a massive slave empire was my idea. What is this human child doing freezing in the middle of the road out of town? This 1.3-year-old child. You can't even like walk at that age. Somebody go pick her up. Also, dudes, I think I think I'm going to build a Garthemi breeder. Because I think it would be valuable for them to be breeding me more slaves. It's a pretty dark thing to say, but... Oh, these are big. They changed this very much. You know what? I think we'll build it here. I guess not that big. Oh, I guess I could build it outside if I wanted to. Huh. Yeah, it can't fit that big of one inside. I don't even know if it can fit that big of one inside. Okay. That's the biggest size we can go. Oh, yeah. Okay. I could do that. I do need to put in some humidifier holes. %. 64%. Boop, boop, boop. Boop. 100%. Look at that. What do you know? Ow. Alright, we can put in a door. There. Can we put in a door there? Man, I was really hoping to put that double door in, but not gonna happen. We could do that. Why don't we do that and that? I like the way this looks. And I don't actually need to dig in those either. Now, will this be producing me too many of these bug people? That's a question that I don't have the answer to. But I'm about to find out. No pops, no plagues, right? Unless you're a paint the map kind of person. Seems like the end of the self is self-imposed. Yeah. The strong children will survive. We'll make some babies. We'll make us some good babies. All right, let's let this run on max speed for a bit. How is our training coming along? 4 fully trained, 8 fully trained. Oh, man. The emigrations? A bunch of my soldiers left. That big time sucks. Oh my god, like all of my soldiers left. These are all human captives. I'm gonna enslave all of them. What do human slaves have access to? Because I actually have quite a few of them now. I'm up to 50. And they're not allowed like any furniture. Let's give them a pot to piss in. And I guess they can have a rug. Yeah, they are not treated very well. Alright. Step in the right direction. Powerful demonetization energies in this playthrough. I know. I was literally trying to think of like how to name the stream, and I was like, I don't think I can put slavery in the title of a stream. I think I will get in trouble for that. shocked that this is 15 here. And these are only 11 each, but no, I guess it is a bit bigger. I think this does count as a wall between them. I think these are actually like separate rooms. It's okay. Some people succumbing to disease, but it's not too bad. I love that we spiked up to 1.5k and then immediately slid back down. Like, I got the nobles, and then they were like, all right, you got it. You took the immigration. Now let's penalize you for it. What was this military warehouse doing? You got room for more rations down here. How about 1,000? I'm gonna need, hear me out, you're in heavy armor, you're in heavy armor, you're in light armor, and not very much. How much do you guys need right now? 100, 100. And they need 250, 250. So I need to be able to store up to 500 plate mail. You're at 400. You're at 400. Everything else is fine. I have a lot of leather. How do I make armor? Clothiers? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, she. Man, I could put a tailor right there. And it wouldn't be too far that the Dons would be like, we're not working that. They've got a road. Obviously, I wanted to grow vegetables here. That's a carpenter. I guess like the problem is that like the leather is coming in from outside taxes. So the leather is coming in wherever I want it. Currently, it's being used for the bow. You know what would be probably a good idea is getting rid of this woodcutter. I'm just like, this is like prime territory. It's like right next to town square. And I can build more woodcutters out here, and it's not like they're really that far away. I think we should think about that. Especially because most of our wood is going to come in through taxes as well. All right, future problem. In the meantime, let's cut some trees down. So, if you're the Boyer and you're the leather warehouse, yeah, man, it's a good spot right there. I cannot deny it. I cannot deny it. 1, 2, 3. I am also going to add some more doors. Right. Yeah. In fact, just right here. And then, whoops. You actually go along this waterway. And in here, and there, and there, and there, and there. And I guess you come down the side of that building. Actually, you don't need to come down the side of the building. This doesn't really need to be open on this side. I probably should do this, though. Yeah. All right. This is going to be training yards, training grounds. We just haven't gotten there. So I have room for another carpenter, and I have room for, like, I don't know, a smithy or something down here. We'll see what it becomes. Oh my god, look at our fish coming in. Look at how much fish we have now. This game is honestly pretty messed up in a lot of ways. I have some questions for the developer. I mean, if you watch his development diaries, it'll all be pretty self-explanatory. All of his development diaries are just like, I feel like he's loaded drunk in all of them. And we wouldn't have it any other way, honestly. It is correct. Boy, I can't wait to be out of jobs in a moment. But at least I'm not out of food. We have eggs, we have bread, all this extra grain. Where is all our extra grain? Nobody's working on the old grain hauler. I'm going to turn the brewery back on. And I'm also going to turn on 36 jobs in this bakery. Charcoal. Yeah, it uses a little more bread. A little more grain, but makes more bread and uses charcoal instead of wood. I think that's definitely the right choice. So they're going to grab grain from there. They're going to bring it in. They're going to grab charcoal from this warehouse, and they're going to use that to cook with. And honestly, that should be fine. Building more of these highways is really valuable because they do speed us up a lot. But I think we're still kind of working our way through that stone right now. This loading station has no workers. Is this warehouse currently full of ore? Yeah, kind of is. I think maybe what I want to switch that other noble to is a smelter. Obviously, just building a second smelter would also be wise. Because when we turned these on, like 5 employees, we were already running out of metal. So let me think some stuff out here. Kind of screwed up this road, but doesn't have to be. These dwarves are the funniest little city. I mean, it can be back on, right? Like, it doesn't need to... have a wall separating the two of them. Yeah, I could absolutely set up another metal smelter here. And the more I think about doing that, the more sense it makes. Is there a button for build door? I guess it's just dig. Okay. And then, yeah, I suppose this has to be dug out. That can be dug out. And we'll figure this out. The dwarves like squares, so I don't mind leaving it a little bit topsy-turvy here. In general, I just need more Dondorians. We can only get them through immigration, so... University's children. 46% load. That's on the school? I would have thought this place would be absolutely bumping nonstop. Insufficient workers allocated and workload is low. I don't understand how that can be both things at the same time. I guess Dondorians don't have children, so... 201, 202 children? Ah, that's the entire children for the entire colony. That doesn't change from person to person. So your biggest issue right now is that no one is retired. Is that we don't allow for retirement. Increased by retirement rooms and retirement age, retirees will look for the activity that makes them the most happy. The activity that makes them the most happy. Will that be a job? I can't imagine. I don't know if I've ever let people retire in this game. A rest home. Needs elder care. I have 107 innovation points. Hot dog. Okay, I need fancy bathrooms. Then psychology. And then golden gilded bathroom seats. And then I am allowed to treat my elders. I have questions. I have many questions. 8.9 bakers for upgrade here. Well, let's get that. Because that's really valuable. 2.1 Globdians. There's still so much innovation that I'm just like, well, this isn't worth doing right now. 7.1 in grain farming. That one's probably worth doing. I could unlock drugs. Let's think about whether or not we want drugs. The hospital would like drugs. I mean, currently they just have beds for people to sleep in, so... Really tempted to get into this game. It's a little intimidating. It starts simpler. Is the one thing I would say for sure. There's a guy who does a really good... I can't remember what his name is right now. But there's if you look up like Songs of Syx tutorials on YouTube, there's a guy who does a basics you need for like a tilapia colony, an elven colony. And it really is just like build this, build this, build this, build this. It's maybe an hour or 2 hour video that teaches you the basics that I think it's worth watching, because even if you don't do them, they're kind of something you want to do anyway. Why do I have a real Garthemi? Are these breeding not into slavery? This is disgusting. Yuck. Unavailable meat. Are you a natural born citizen? You are. Interesting. They like fish and meat, right? That's it. Interesting. I suppose they could live here. I suppose the stuff that's like deeper in the back of the mine is better for them. Or maybe in like this central area, we could say. Some people have already moved in here, so I don't really want to kick everybody out. Yeah, dudes. Persecuted. I love that there's a button here, but I don't know what it causes. Does that cause them to be born into slavery? Or like born straight into the stockades? They're obviously not very happy because they're like, everybody here is a slave. They don't care that they're slaves. Interesting. Interesting. There are 2 children's. Let's see what happens if I persecute them. And whether or not they gain a home. Strat Gaming Guides? It might be Strat Gaming Guides, yeah. Even Grandma would understand. I feel like that's probably it. Strat does some really good guides, so I think that's the guy I'm talking about. It's been like over a year since I watched that video, but it still applies. It still is, fits for what's happening. Why are we grabbing grain from the fields and not delivering it to this warehouse directly? Because they empty that one directly into that warehouse. Maybe it's like after it's cleared, they'll drain it. I mean, they did half of it. Maybe it's a proximity thing. It's actually not making enough grain. So I'm going to upgrade grain farming. 2 more points and see how that fits. See if we can stop making that work. We are starting to max out on clothes. That's really good because we can actually just then say you get 4 suits of clothing. You guys get 3. That's a very expensive one to do, but and it does feel like ever since we started persecuting these guys, I'm no longer seeing any natural born citizens. And I think this number is going up. So I think persecuting bears them straight to the stockades, and then they automatically get captured and sent into the pits. Just keep an eye on 67, 67. Hiya. No humans don't have places to live. That actually is true. Yes, the humans do not have places to live right now. Let's build some outside the Dark Castle. Blank road, blank you. Is you made out of stone? Yeah. I am risky not doing this in planning mode, but I believe. I believe in myself. Yeah, let's switch another apartment on there. Okay, okay. Okie dokie. It's a bit closer than I wanted, but we'll just wrap those around like that. All right. Perfect. And then we'll set those to only humans. It does look like our siege here, which has probably been done for forever, is completed. Do I want to enslave all of you? I do need more employees right now. The thing is, I think a bunch of those Dondos will join our colony as well. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Move right into town. So this place, we can make vegetables. And that's about all the value down here. This is a border colony, but it is also just like a temporary colony. It only connects to Travgrid and this place. And this is actually a really good border colony. So we're gonna go take that out. For right now, I'm just gonna make this a basic vegetable farm. Do we even need vegetables? Buildings, border guards needs to be less than 4. Oh, so there is a cap on the amount of border guards you can have. And I assume also like police then. I guess maybe like a tax office here. I do feel like it should probably have some kind of entertainment. We'll put a tax office and a workers guild. Now, we got to keep an eye for these guys because when they come in, it's going to get really, really busy here. And I want to let most of those people free. I do not want to be like inundated with slaves when we're having a huge problem already. You're a battle that I don't know that I can win, but we're going to give it a shot. Right, interns, not slaves. Big internship caravan. They're getting a lot of experience, a lot of exposure. It's going really well for them. Yeah, I don't love this. The R111s. I guess, you know what? We fought like 140 guys last time. See, there is a second group of them, and that's where the problem becomes. Because they get around us. and cause issues. And I need to go too wide. Excuse me, you're not allowed to ignore me and go for the throne if that's what you were thinking about doing. Which is, I think, what they're thinking about doing. Yeah, it is some chaos. This is... How are we feeling here? Outmatched. All right. Grind it out, boys. These are the daunts we're talking about. Yeah, the guys in the back will fight them. Like, you can see the spears stick out on the sides. So, like, they don't love it, but... Alright, well, we've killed 11 and not taken any damage. So... Or, correction, we've taken damage, we've taken injuries, but we haven't lost anybody. Yeah, that's cool. You can see the spears as they get in formation. I don't know at what point it's better to remove guard. I feel like guard is what keeps these guys alive, so... I mean, attack those guys. Little pocket of those dweebs. You got them quickly, and then suddenly I'm not being surrounded anymore. Very good, sir. Charge! Nope. Charge! I'm gonna lose this fight. I'm gonna lose this fight, I think. Unless I can push them off the throne. Okay, the fight resets. Oh no, you do lose the whole army. My bad. Oh, interesting. All right, well, we can hire more mercenaries. We have the money for that. I don't think that was going to be the case. So the Daunts of Stilton have finally met their match. I mean, at least for now. Now a new mercenary army merges. Interesting having a Nexus store? Oh, got to. All of our hooded horse stuff sells through that. All them good hooded horse games sell through that. I actually have a new store opening up soon. I just haven't done the admin for it yet. All these different companies all offer games and stores and all these like publishing companies and stuff. And so I have like 4 different places that you can buy games to support the channel. Nexus is like the best one. the cut we get from Nexus is well above everything else. That's a lot of fish. Are you fished out? You are. Ooh. Ooh. What are you at? You also have a lot of fish down here. That's some good news. That means we can store more fishies. The question becomes, how do I get all these fish down to other places? I kind of want like an unloading depot here, I think. Or a central warehouse or something. We haven't built this city for like the size it is becoming. I built this as like multiple separate cities. Part of me just wants to like strip the entire center out of it, remove all these farms, figure out a better system. I mean, these Endolons are getting us 17 meat. That's it. This is basically a waste of space. $20 slots though, so you're really gonna do the new store? I mean, yeah, because we have like the Nexus store, the Paradox stuff goes straight to Paradox. We have Humble Bundle. I have an Exola, but there's nothing on it right now. And we're getting another one set up shortly for another group we work with. The thing is like every store, they hold different stuff on them, but they also then hold different games. Like it's different games, different cuts. So it all varies a bit. Let's just kill off these guys first. I think not getting stabbed in the back here is the way to do it. I hope. They're done? They're done. You know what? I'm gonna get rid of guard. Interesting. They still kind of keep formation. But it is different. They keep formation, I think, when they're wide. Yeah, and when they're short, you need to keep it this way. This works best for us. They're staying formation intact here, so. That's giving them the massive defense and morale buff. Yeah, these guys are toast. Let the bumblebees swarm amongst each other. Look at the new store closely before you blindly use it. I gotta do some digging for sure. I'm way behind on admin on stuff right now, so. And there's not a lot of games on the new store that really I'm like actively playing, so. But I always read them contracts. I'm one of those crazy people who, you know, when the terms of service come up and everybody just scrolls past it and hits accept. I'm one of the few people I've ever met in my life who actually reads the terms of service basically every single time. I wouldn't say every time, but I would say literally 90% of the time. Every now and then, if it's something I'm installing that I'm like, look, I need to use this no matter what. I don't really care what the terms of service say. Then I'll go through it. But especially, I mean, when it comes to business stuff, 100% I read my contracts with a fine-tooth comb. So sometimes there's Easter eggs. Yeah, exactly, right? And they're very fun to find. I'm going to release these dudes. And then I'm going to take the city out. Is this the part I regret doing? Is this the occupation that causes me to be pushed past my limit? We're about to find out. You guys definitely need walls. You definitely need a tier 2 city. And I'm going to go ahead and say you need a garrison here. There is too much coming through here to not want this. I also want roads, which means I need a tier 3 city, which means I also need growth, and I probably need hygiene. And then, I don't know, stocks? I don't need the city to be that big. Boy, I would not say no to a woodcutter. So, then it's like, do I go for stands, a fighting pit, or a tavern? None of them seem to be having an effect on my loyalty, because we're waiting on other things. I don't know if I need stocks. Honestly, I feel like if you're to put in something like a stands, Dondos, Garathemi, humans, Talapis. One thing I don't understand is why, like, these are both the exact same cost, but one is just unquestionably better than the other. Oh, there's a slight difference. You're better for Dondos. You are better for Garthemi. Oh, and you are better for elves as well. Currently, there's a lot of elves that live in this town, so maybe I do put in the fighting pits. It's a pretty busy town. I am a little concerned it's not going to grow properly with small town, but currently it looks like everybody is moving in except for the humans who are moving out. So let's see how that works. By parking an army there as well, it's going to be really good. And furthermore, now we have access to a Garthemi settlement. Oh, you guys are big. They trade all the way up here? Ooh. And all the way down there. Ducal Heartwind. Oh yeah, buddy. You are VV big. What are you guys? First ears. Flattering you, flattering you. I'm not flattering you. That's okay. So that's fun. Now I actually have someone to fight, and not just that, but someone who is full of people that I want to be working in my pits. Speaking of the pits, I need to work out who is getting removed here. There has got to be a better way to handle this. Captives. Amoebus, you are pardoned. These humans. What is my sitch here? Yeah, I have like 50 and 50 of those. Well, this number is definitely going up. I don't know if it's going up because we're bearing children or not, but 3 children. Yeah, it is working. It is working. So we have 2 naturally born, but everybody else goes straight into the pits. Yeah, I think I'm going to pardon these pigs, and I think I'm going to pardon these humans right now. Because I don't really want that many people in here. And I think we have a lot more people coming in. I'm going to need to build a physician over here. And it's not because I care about my slaves' well-being, my interns' well-being. It's because there's rumors of a land to the east that have been ravaged by a deadly disease. To the east? Is that Hootsword? Oh, Hootsword is growing again! Amazing. Somehow it is mostly growing with Garthemes. Man, it's pretty hard to say no access to the east. Especially when I don't know what part of the east they mean. You know what I mean? Only name I recognize there. I wanted to point that to you. Thanks, dude. I appreciate that a lot, honestly. A lot of pretty popular video games that have a lot of people play where the terms of service states that playing the game means that Ubisoft now owns your immortal soul. Yeah. Yeah, Ubisoft does love being a little sneak there. What am I doing with the guild, man? It's making me all these diamonds. Murdered? Oh, yeah, you don't matter. You're a pig person. If I upgrade you, put in some hygiene, I could put in some police. People are so unhappy. Garthemes 40, Garthemes 60, Garthemes 40. I could put in a fighting pit. A temple? Does this affect everywhere? I don't actually know that. Aminism just increases loyalty. Within the city. This is current 48, target 100. I do feel like health is not going up in our regions. Region capacity, loyalty, Garthemes. I feel like that's just going to make everything worse. Yeah, like the problem I'm having here is that I want this to just be full of Garthemes and it's all these other people instead. I did want to build barracks in here. Like maybe I just get rid of the humidifier. I could put tier 2 growth. The town shrinks a little bit, but not terribly. If I wanted to, I could put in walls. This is the only way into the Dark Fortress, so I'm realizing I could put in walls here, and it's a choke point ahead of our city. Probably not a stupid idea. And then everybody is also happy. Let's do that. See how that turns out. That should flip the guild a lot. And I want to save a lot of points for when this guy starts to grow. So we'll do that. Studying asking if you recommend that I should buy this game. Is there any reason I shouldn't buy it? It will eat a lot of your soul. You'll spend a lot of time playing it. I think that's the main reason I would recommend against buying it. It is one of these games that just like you completely lose track of time when playing it. You get hyper focused. And I mean, that's both a good thing and a bad thing, right? One major reason I would say to buy it is actually it's going to hit 1.0 later this year. And when it does, it's going to increase in price. So now is a really good time to get in. If you are worried about slow development, maybe I would consider not buying it. You know, it does take the guy a long time to do updates. For better or worse. But he is consistently updating it. So, you know, there's that. Already been done. April Fool's highlight. No one reads the EULA. If it recall, the company did that. Had to come out and say it was a joke. They didn't actually own your soul. Well, thank goodness. At some point, I want to fix that road. Who is leaving? A Cretonan. Fed up with this dump. All right. See you later. I don't actually want you guys in my city at all. So, yeah. Like, they don't have houses, you know. I have no place for Cretonans to live. I could allow some of them to live in here, but I don't really want to. Unavailable meat. I have meat. So I guess my question is, like, where are these employees? Okay, so there's the problem, right? That guy works in that warehouse, and he is coming all the way to the bakery on the far side of town. So was that guy. I don't know what these guys are doing, but there is a massive logistics issue here. Now, that could be solved by having a warehouse right here that stores some of those goods. But I will tell you, I also need to really chill out on building stuff right now because we have so much building and I literally have no resources. Arthuri be praised, my dear lord. I've been instructed to convey this message here from a certain genocide Cathema that has come to visit. I quote, "Give me your stuff, you ugly, terrible person, or I'll come over there and make a hat out of your genitals. That is all. Here is a list of the demands. If you give me those items, I can deliver them. She wants all of my bows. Also, most of my money." That's going to be a no from me, dog. So she's coming from the north. Which does mean the only place she can come from is Novister. Now, does Novister have walls, you might ask? No. Should it? Yes. It does have a border militia. Though it doesn't really have a garrison. Well, no, I'd say that. That's not true. I got rid of that Physician's Guild. Could I build stands or a fighting pit? 0.4, 0.4, 0.4. .7956. A tavern is the best option here. Don't really need the stocks. This also lets the town get bigger. Lucky day. Now we have walls. I'll get a warning that she is approaching. I have 900 clothing. I have 1,000 rations. How is my army right now? 12 fully trained archers. 1 fully trained paladin. All right, well, we got money for mercenaries. I guess it's going to be them. Worker strike. Crotonian workers have halted all work in the Weavers in protest of your bad judgment. 44 prisoners. Exile is the simplest form of punishment, and the default when your chosen punishment cannot be implemented. Well, I don't actually have an execution square, which does grant me a lot of law, but we could just exile all of them. Whoops. I don't really want these pigs, so... It increases my chivalry instead of my cruelty, which is not really something I want, but... I don't have a cannibal building. And I don't have execution. But I could. Should we just start mass executing slaves? Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, we should be doing that. Right? There's no question about that. That's what I'm going to put right here. That's going to make people pay attention. Oh, yeah, buddy. Gallows, chopping block, gibbet cage, or a cross? The crosses are the biggest. They allow for 5 executions. I could have 6 with chopping blocks, 6 with gallows, 6 with a gibbet cage. What feels the most evil? I gotta be honest, crucifying people is pretty bad, but I do feel like just leaving people in cages really does send a pretty rough message. Genocide with the 0 hesitation strat? I think I'm gonna go with the gibbet cage. Oh, it's interesting. Everything takes different stuff to make as well. Oh yeah, the gibbet cages take iron, which we do have access to, so... I'm going to put that right there. Furthermore, we actually don't have any stocks here either, so... I'm going to put some stocks in front of the gibbet cages. And that's really going to send the message. Oh, no, that is a stone wall. Whoops. Oh, Stubby the Skull Lord, you are just adorable. We know we have a play over here called The Misery of the Dark Fortress. Here, please accept these swords. All right. I don't really like being insulted, but due to low happiness, a local dispute against 2 citizens, the followers of a Thury and the followers of a minion, are now at each other's throats. We have followers of a minion? I gotta be honest, I didn't even know that. That there's 13 of them. Oh, no, there's not. Our Thury. Oh, yeah, no, we have a problem. Like... submission, health, and lifespan. Part of me is wondering, do I just ban everything except for Aminism? it's gonna make people really unhappy if I do that. But we're about to have another religious war, so part of me is also having a bit of like damned if you do, damned if you don't. Are my give-up cages made? Oh, they are. Great. Well, can execute 5 of them. And then exile the rest. That sends a message. Since we didn't pay our neighbor, we now have allowed for free passage for genocide Gonfia into their lands. Muster the men. So, how big is she? 431. I mean, we took out Deathstalker Rosie, but we don't have the Daunts anymore. We are dauntless. Well, that's not entirely true, actually. We have the Brave Daunts. You know who I'd like to hire as archers? Those are 15 elves. It's funny how like some people are really cheap but really good. Some people are really cheap but not worth a damn. Like these are 15 guys. I'd maybe hire that if like they were mounted. Well, I guess they have really high training, which is why they're so expensive, right? Maybe, yeah. The Riders of Ick. These guys are not riders. These guys are 3 million. Ooh, cool. They are archers with swords and plate mail. Nasty. The Defilers of Men. Yeah, I guess I was thinking, like, if there were elven archers, I might take those. The Man-Eaters, 30 elven archers with 80% archery training. Yeah, they're really good, but they're a bit out of my price range, but only a tiny bit. But we're going to need more bodies. We are absolutely going to need more bodies. But we don't have to pay them yet. Mercenaries muster instantly, so. A large group of Cretonans have decided to leave. That's fine. Get out. I don't want you here anyway. They are approaching our borders outside of Novister. Nice. Okay. I mean, I also have a garrison of 50 guys here. Power plus 70. That says I have 763 power here in this garrison? That can't be true. 70, sure. Your weavers have resumed work because they all left. Alright. Also, my rations are at full, so I'm also like... Now that our food is solved, I'm like, can we rebuild the conscripts? I still don't really have enough people. I know that this cost us to maintain the ration maker was like 25. I'm gonna try to rebuild the conscript army. I have just enough for 50 of them. So we'll try them out. Obviously, they're going to take a long time to get built up, so... It ain't going to help us right now, but it'll help us in the future. What's going on here? Injuries? A lot of people bleeding out around town. In fact, there's been a lot of brawls happening all over town and killing people. Yup. Yep. Uh-huh. There is something weird with the roof here. Oh, this did not dismantle properly. Yeah, something weird happened here. How do I get rid of dismantle room? There is like a ceiling on top of this. Well, we might have to break this down and rebuild it. I have 147 jewelry. That's a lot. I would like to know if I can start decorating with jewelry. I don't know what the cost of furniture is going to be like for that. I'm also really curious, like, what jewelry is going to look like. Yeah, see, I don't imagine it's going to be very high. If I'm making 2.45 and they can only take 2, right? But I also have like 1,000 humans. So we'll see. How does loyalty work now? It's kind of same as before. Under 100%, there's a chance of something bad happening. Why are you guys zero fulfillment? Base value minus 57. How is that true, man? A lot of you guys work in those laboratories, and I know you feel good about that. Like, all these laboratories are absolutely bustling with people. I mean, is it like a 10th of your entire population? Yes. But that's got to count for something. Oh. Cretonan weavers. That's kind of funny. I don't really care about the Cretonans being satisfied. But I guess, like, they work just as well as anybody else. So why not? We gon' figure it out. Slave happiness is a bit of a mess. Natural propagation. Roundness. Nature. Not enough shrines. I think it'll be okay. I am worried about our health steadily climbing. I'm mostly worried about this invasion happening right now, though. I don't know where she's coming from. We got our homeboys here. Conscripts are training and will be ready in 1 day for the archers. Oh, no. No. Now is not the time for a swamp lung epidemic. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Here we go. Heard that in 71 they changed all this and you can only play through loyalty without paying attention to happiness? I don't think so. Loyalty is definitely the most important, but you do still have to balance a bit of it. I mean, I haven't tried just ignoring happiness. Because if your guys get happy, they all start, like, beating the hell out of each other. Like, I feel like there's a lot more crime if your people are unhappy. Man, we are really not filling up all these jobs right now. I really need more of these dondos. Dondo babies. Never enough Dondo babies, let me tell you. At least we got another metal smithy coming up online. These guys are at 230. I'm just gonna like say like 300. I want as many of those as possible. There we go. Genocide Geofema has been spotted. 270 strength? Okay, that's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. These guys are actually healing and training. So who do we want to join them? Kinda want to take these Wrath of the Sea guys. Because they've got pretty good melee training, and I could use them as like a flank. With those big two-handed swords. And just looking at like who I can afford, I think they might be the best option. Right? Like if I use those to hammer the anvil, I think it would be super effective. So I'm gonna try hiring them. We are fortified. Yeah, she's only got 55 troops. I feel like this should be an issue at all. I don't even know if I needed those guys, honestly. If she's only got 55 troops. But I have been wanting more troops in these battles, so it's something interesting. Can we build an Elven district soon? We have a little Elven slave district on the outskirts of our town. All right, what do we have here? Some sort of silver armored guys with max training. Oh, that's bad. These are unique units. They're basically giants. They are really rare, and they are wielding two-handed hammers. Thankfully, they have 0 training. And there's only 4 of them, but that's still not a great number. Okie days. Yeah, this is gonna be a mess. Oh, they're flattening my dudes. I am doing some pretty messy charges here. I don't know what they're doing. It seems like they don't want to actually re-engage, which is nice. You guys stay on them. You guys are going to focus on trying to recharge these guys over and over again in the back. I'm not sure at what point you get, like, maximum speed bonus for charging. Oh, they keep stopping. Are they scared? Are they worried about these giants? I'd be pretty worried about these giants. They're a whole other ball game. What are we looking at here? 1 kill, 1 kill. No kills. No kills. I think these guys go off guard mode. Yeah, that's a tasty charge. Now, that blue is their blood. So, taking them off guard mode just got 3 of them killed. There's maybe a lesson to learn there, but I'm not sure what it is. But I'll be damned if I'm going to be the one who learns it. Yay, they're broken. Now we just got to catch up and kill these giants. Wow, these guys are so slow. Oh, we got them. Will I get to enslave these giants? Don't call the 6 huts on the wall a district. It is a district, man. I built them nice trees. I do. I get 1 captive cantor. I don't want those humans. But I absolutely want that cantor. The once mighty genocide Geophema lies dead at your feet, O mighty one. This will surely send a powerful message. In addition, her personal treasury, which is worth 600,000 denarii, which is beaucoup denarii, as they say en français. It's gonna be good. All right, I need admin. At this point, if we want stuff to expand, I need bigger administrations. Or more administrations is probably the real answer. Now, this is not the most efficiently built admin, so I don't want to replicate that, but I wouldn't mind something similar. I guess the question is, where does everything come out? You're 33. So if I was to go 15 and 15, I'd have a 3 in the middle. I don't think that you need to go that far. But maybe. I just had this thought about adding another entrance over here. Though I'm not certain that's the right choice. This is the center of this, which is kind of wonky, but you know, I'm not going to worry about this. Not at the moment. What am I doing with this cantor when he shows up? Put him in the stocks, I guess. I have 5 pigs. Just sitting in these cages till they die, I guess. That is such a brutal execution. It's just like starve to death. I at least feel like if you're getting crucified, like... at least you got these, like, nails bleeding you out. Missed a few streams and we sure made some progress. Yeah, the city has grown pretty substantially. It's all actually starting to blend into each other now, too. Like, even the slave pits are going to start... As the Dondorians start growing into here, this is going to all become a lot more connected. What are you waiting on? Wood. Didn't we recently just set up a new woodcutter down here in Winchie? Yeah. Ah, but you're still, like, getting set up. Yeah, okay. That's a tier 3 city. Hoot sort. You still need a bit more population, but you're gonna be rebuilt soon. You're gonna regrow soon, I should say. Your loyalty should be climbing now at the guild. Travegood, you're my guild city. Just looking at, like, my government points right now. If I was to increase you. Doom, doom, ba-doom. Shrine, shrine, temple. Aha. Okay, so when you upgrade the shrines to temples, they start doing aminism across the whole realm. Dirt roads here would bring this up to 94%, which would help a lot. I could put, like, a bank in here? Yeah. Well, I guess growth would be what it needs next. Because, like, this will require me to have, what, 1.2, right? Yeah, you would need tier 2 growth for that. Okay. I'd be willing to take that. Still have 28 points left over. If we want to take this free lands down here, you know what, man? I have an army right here. Let's go do it. And then we have coast to mountain. And we have basically all of the free cities around us. We do have all of the free cities around us that we connect directly to. So that's kind of the end of our massive expansion we can do in terms of governators. Now, how many do you give me? 60 gov points? Oh, because you're leveled up. You give me 20. Yeah, okay, so I could replace the governor. Absolutely, I could replace the governor. My thought right now is replacing a governor with a baconator. With a baconator? A bakery-ator? Because I don't know how we're going to stay up on food without that. We do have some stuff coming in, but... why don't we have a lot of jobs on right now? $50 carpenters. The gem and ore mines, obviously, but, you know, I don't think we need anybody on those. The grain is doing really fine. Do we have a fishery dude? I don't think we do. 31 janitors, 25 warehouse guys. Labs and libraries. We have a lab and a library, actually. What about... Okay, cool. So we get promotions. We don't get any other nobles. So one thing I'm kind of thinking is actually having a master of administration, because this makes my governors more valuable, because I can upgrade things like the guilds if we have more admin. Baconators. A master of jewelers will also end up being good. How are we doing on this right now? Oh, wow. Yeah, furniture is sucking up most of the jewelry. Noted. We don't have a master of fishers. I don't know that we need it right now, but it will be valuable. Each additional rank boosts 100 more workers. Huh. Yeah, so it's like you have 50. You have 50 out of 95. So if I boosted that, there's no point in boosting this until it's 150 lab workers. So most of these have like a lot of room to add more employees until they're worthwhile. I do think I actually want a master of fishers and a master of admin. Which means I think one of these other governors is going to take another boost. Because I'm talking about knocking 40 points off. So, Steve Dave, you're going to take that. You're going to become a master of fisheries. And you're going to become a master of admin. Definitely, this means I need another admin building. I think let's put it right here. How big do these get? Oh, I mean, I could just do it like this, I suppose. %60 efficiency. Carpets add efficiency as well? Very small amounts. I need 2 of those, so I tell you what, why don't we just add 1 more row over here. Well, no. Let's do it with carpets. Yeah. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. 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 So close. And yet so far. What if you went like boom, 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 boom? I want you in my room. 3-3. That I'd accept. So I'll put entrances. Tell you what, let's put them in the middle. Get away with that. I feel like that's lots of good stuff. We'll make it out of stone. That's 28 more jobs, which I feel like is a nice number for us. It actually matches the road here as well, which is cool. And then we just just round that out. Perfect. I could even dock up a nice torch. Nothing like a good docking. Oh, well, let's slap a torch there as well. And I got the room, so we'll slap some statues in. They're not facing the right way, but I feel like they're facing the right way for the buildings, so. Oh, and heck, I got this nice little spot in front of that torch. Why don't we add in a bench? Maybe some flowers. If you're gonna make an admin building, it's gotta at least look a little nice, you know? The big halfling. Let me give you a noble. Theodult Trombart. You will be called the Big Halfling. He is in charge of our admins right now. In the noble quarters. Oh yeah, all that good wood coming in. And we go back to war. Perpetually. The forever state of war. But actually, this is the last free city for a while. This is the last free city period. And this was a surprise free city. Because it broke off of Ponyox. Okay. Church. Oh yeah, that hit well. Sorry, you guys had to be like actually attacking them. And then we charge them in the back. And now they're like, oh man, we feel like we're surrounded. They should also feel like their flanks are compromised, but for whatever reason, that's not happening. But I feel like feeling surrounded is probably worse than feeling like your flanks are compromised. As what is surrounded if not the flanks? Come see our scenic civic admin block. So nice, so scenic. We'll release these guys. They're Amevans. I don't want to take Amevans. But I do want to take over this city. I think that city has walls, though. Oh my god, so much building happening. So non-existent amount of odd jobbers. Alright, we'll siege them out. Supply issues? What do you mean supply issues? Oh, my dudes. Yeah, these are priority jobs. $20 deranged civilians. Okay. So that asylum might be kicking up sooner than later. Do you store the Peevis down here? The Peevis. You do now. Send out that good luxury stuff. Somebody needs to be working this job. Like, I know we have a lot of people sick. I know we have an outbreak of swamp lung, and I know I'm not really doing anything about it. You require tools. Oh my god. How are we on metal? I think we're doing fine. I'm going to turn on the metal smithy and start making tools. For the love of God, dudes. I need you to do this one. That one could be on pause. This one could be on pause. Send them the goddamn food before they all leave. I mean, they have so long left to train, but this is foolish that they haven't sent that food. Okay, there go the rations. You know, what's funny is they do actually still have lots of days of supplies. It is going down, but they're okay. I'll turn you back on. I can leave this one off since no one's actually working that job. Slash, I don't have any armies with that need to be supplied. Okay, look at this, man. Look at our food stockpile. I have 8 days worth of food. The health is dropping. I do have some housing issues, but they're mostly just for the slaves, so I don't really care about them. I'm missing 26 human houses. Why is there a Garamethi slave child sleeping in this house? Ah, because it's full of breeders. Okay. Again, I think it's just that the humans are working weird jobs around town instead of working things like this admin building. They don't really have enough houses, but... $44 men and 3 on defense. Wow. It's improving. Everything is coming up working. What guild would I recommend in a nomad city in Age of Wonders? I don't know. Probably a draft guild. Forestry guild, I think it's called. That's not right. The one that does drafting. Recruiting guild? Now, how do I not know that name? Oh, wow, this forest blast looks so nice. It's a shame that all of this has been left to degrade really badly. Smithing Guild, thank you. Thank you for helping me answer your own question. Okay. Food. Food is good. You're upset. If we had more torches, it would be visible from far away. I think my house would look lovely with fabric. I don't mean to complain, but could you open up some more fulfilling work for us humans? Perhaps allow us extra rations in the food stalls. Yeah, I don't know that extra rations is ever gonna happen. Like, it's a nice theory, but... it's like a pretty expensive thing. I'll tell you what's not expensive is fungus highways. I mean, well, they are expensive, but we have the supplies for them. Dude, I love that we are just breeding more and more of these guys. I'm up to 156 of them? Okay, this gem mine should be full. So should that ore mine then. I don't understand where they are opting to live if it is not over here. It's because they don't have... What if you guys had, like... 15 delivery drivers? Would that make you feel a little bit better? God, even this, like, gatehouse is completely degraded over here. How come? Because there's no cut blocks. Actually, I think there's just no stone. Yeah, which there is not. You know what I could do to get stone, though, is build a quarry for these Garthemi. There's a quarry there, and there's a quarry down here. Furthermore, if I had a quarry... would these Dondos need to work here anymore? Dondos like digging for rocks. They like digging for gems. They like digging. The Dondos like digging, period. You know what I do need, actually, is that Stilthen ore, which is down here. And I need to dig into that. So... let's figure out where this stuff is and start getting rid of it. Start digging us a path to it, I should say. Doop, doop, doop. Doop, doop. Up, 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 up. Up, up. So, I guess this would road us down here. So why don't we just cut a nice, simple, easy path. Make sure it's too wide. You know what? Why even do it that deep in? Let's do it here. It definitely does not need to be this big. Storage can go right there. And then additional buildings can probably go like here. Last time we built a mine, it ended up needing to be a lot larger than I thought it had to be, so... let's try that. And I'll tell you what, we'll also build this fungus highway down here then. Boop. Boop. Money! We made 371K. Ooh, wow. Cash in the bank. That'll be something for them to do, and is like something we don't have access to. And I'm starting to think, like, with the hearth and everything here, like, I might end up moving that actually into here. Making it like the belly of the hive, and then it would have like multiple, you know, we could leave that one there, but having a second one with a bit deeper access and a warehouse. I do like the concept of that. I do really like this little pit, so. Trying to tell me non-complaining humans exist? Not true. So I've never heard of them. Man, I just also can't get over like how we always have no workforce. Disaster has struck somewhere, but our immigration has skyrocketed. This is really good for Dondos. Everybody else I don't really care about. There's lots of amoeba housing. But I don't know that I need anything. Like, they have lots of fisheries happening. They have lots of globs coming out with lots of eggs. They're making enough clay. I don't really see the need to expand this settlement anymore right now. Like, I think it is efficient. Meat, 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 meat. You are stocked on meat. $14 crates, 19 crates, 14, 14. Let's go 15, 15, 15, 20. I guess. That maxes us out, so. Unavailable grain. Really? Huh. Huh. Well, we can fix that. Put a few points of knowledge into grain farming. That looks like it will put us back into the mega net positive, so. Yeah, okay, so the problem right now is I literally just don't have Dondorians. And furthermore, they actually don't have anywhere to live. They are out of houses. Wow. So... Right, I can't just grab other rooms to do this. I forgot this trick, which is really nice. If you're planning stuff out, as long you can do it in a mountain as long as you grab it from somewhere else first. Feel like maybe I need more noble rooms there as well, but perhaps not. This would have to get dug out more. So why don't we just do a little something like that? A little something like that. They're a bit big. What about an apartment? That is the main road. So this needs to connect here, 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 here. It needs to be double thick where we can, because we need to build like torches and stuff down here as well. Not triple thick. I'm going to connect in here eventually, but I'm not really sure when. And you start obviously running into other issues where I'm like, okay, I'm getting further and further away from these markets now as well. So I guess I think what I'll do is something like this. Try to connect this up just down here while keeping it not quite opened up. How many nobles do we have? We have... You're a human. You're a human. You're a Dondo. You're a Dondo. There's only 2 Dondo nobles, so they only need those 2 noble rooms. I'm going to make the argument, at least. Move that there. And then I guess this is all apartments on the backside. Probably. The exception that we could also do that. Sure. Unless I can move that down too. Is that possible? 1, 2, 3, gap. This would then need to be gap, 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 gap. It's tight, but considering I will eventually break into there anyway, I think I'll make it work. Okay. Activate. And mark for only Dondos. Oh, it's already done automatically. That's nice, because I copied it from another room. Me over here realizing I was an hour behind live chat. I mean, that could just be me. Some days I'm an hour behind live chat. Sounds like me. Well, this would be great, man. If we have some real Dondos moving in. They'll fill a lot more of these jobs. Now, how is the noise coming from those? That's fine. Yeah, I guess if I wanted to, I could also build like another marketplace down here. Honestly, I could fill this cave as a secondary marketplace. And then that would allow me to build Dondos all along this and just continue building industry in here. That's probably the plan. Because like right now, this market square is just bustling all the time. And it's so funny because I never have any of the supplies I need to upgrade anything. Like I'm making 20 cut stone a day and I'm permanently at 0. Though I do think the biggest issue is that this stone mine is just like never employed. Yeah, I think the biggest issue is just I have negative 170 workforce. Ha 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 hee ha. You look like you've sieged this city to death. You have. Does it have stuff I want? Not really. I think we'll just occupy. The army can sit in here until they feel good about themselves. Now. I'm like, what are you making for me? And the answer is like nothing really. You're another weird border town. Currently you're an amoeban colony, and I do think that's probably what I want you to stay. Vegetables? I don't think we eat that many veggies. What sucks is like, I thought probably this place would have a fishery, but I guess also we don't really need a fishery anymore. I could make this like a bank city. You're probably going to need a growth building. You could put a physician's build in here. That could be enough. I guess. Species biome ruling species. Yeah, I guess humans just move in wherever. All right, well, whatever. I'm gonna let them do that. Our places are like, and they're not really like happy, but some of them are okay with each other. The only places that are happy are the places where I am like just absolutely stockading the people or getting them loaded drunk. Or for whatever reason, this city. Oh, I built this temple here, that's why. Eat your veggies, chat. You heard the man. I could probably let more people eat veggies. Yeah, seeing how many veggies are here. I could probably let more people eat veggies. You're allowed to eat everything. Oh, so are you. So are you. Well, then you're not allowed to eat his rations. Oh, okay, well. Store some of this other stuff down here then. I mean, if that's the case, I might as well put it in the markets. I'm not going to put mushrooms up here, but I will put meat. Yeah, I guess I could put that over here. I could put eggs over here then too. Yeah, heck, dudes, why not? Right? Might as well. Only if you give us elf citizens? Ugh. God, that creates a whole other difficult concept. Now, can I put tools on the smithy? I think I can. There's a very funny thing about this, because if you put tools on the smithy uses tools to make tools. Current is 0. Well, if you have tools, why don't I start making you make warhammers? I have 2 metal smithies, and neither of them are running at full speed. Unavailable ore. That should not be true. Okay, that's a problem. You're priority 11. You should get workers. You're pulling from this slave pit warehouse. Is there not iron ore in here? There is. There's quite a fair bit of iron ore in here. The region of Garrett Brock has very low public order and can rebel any day. I mean, it shouldn't. I have an army here. Yeah, okay, it's going up. It's fine. Just wanted to throw a hissy fit for a moment. There we go. Yeah, a couple of human slaves. That's exactly who I wanted over here. Yeah, okay, so that will improve efficiency on that. And this is the issue, is if there is no ore to melt, there's nothing to do for them. So everything else is working fine. I'm still making a ton of clothing. Is that because I built a tailor over here and I put him on clothing instead of putting him on leather armor? I don't suppose I'd be stupid enough to do something like that, do you think? That's 16. Oh yeah, you lost half your tailors there. Okay. Well, Yeah, now I'm dropping clothes. That's fine. We have 1,000 in stock. Killed in a brawl. See, if I was to do things like scroll through these new rooms more frequently, I'd probably note when these things are happening. Administrators. Hello, I have 133 administration points. Well, let's get organization 2. Let's get better border guards. Let's get a police headquarters. Should I just get organization 3 here? What else takes admin? Not you and not you. Not you and not you. You guys take admin? You do. Carrying capacity +1. Applies to warehouses, haulers, depots, and stations. Jail. Justice. Secret police. Courts. Oh, I do want this. University is also here, which is really good. Increases learning rate of schools and unlocks further educations. Schools 0. Next +1. Do I want schools or do I want prisons? I feel like that's a pretty obvious decision. Hold trials for criminals. I feel like we're not catching criminals, you know? Allow us to build more powerful regional centers and exert more control over our dominion. I'm going to take that. I'm going to save the rest of this admin right now, but I feel like I'm going to upgrade all those 3 guilds. I need to make 40,000 Warhammers. No. If Horus says so. I guess. Because you're not catching them, you're yeeting them into a pit. Well, I have this stockade. That's true, though. I'm not really catching them. I do have guards. You know, do I have many guards and are they set up efficiently around the city? No. Jailers will bring the prisoners food, clean their latrines, make sure the prisons are well mannered and maintained, or it will count towards your cruelty. Occasionally, a prisoner might escape. Well, I'm obviously going to dig that into the side of the mountain somewhere here. Maybe in here. More importantly, though, is we just unlocked, like, super big cities. Hootsfort, you can finally level up. Which is great, because you've been desperately trying to figure out how to do that. No, you can't level up? You still get glitched out because you don't have the workforce for this. All right, well, for now. Here's the thing. I don't want to, like, upgrade places that are just getting me vegetables. I do want to upgrade places that are getting me wood. You're not big enough for an upgrade. You're getting me Garthemi, which is meat. $30 government points for that next town. Ooh, Lord. Well, I have one more promotion. I did just spend all that stuff, so I guess that's where it's going. You're making me leather. You're not making me much of nothing. You're making me frogs. I mean, I feel like Winshi is the one that should level up the most here, given its location and its wood. Like, it is big time choke point town. It is the choke point. Yeah, no, I have to do that because it's the choke point next to these guys. Or I could level up the guilds. What would that be worth? 35 additional workforce? That is a lot. This will add an extra +2 loyalty to everybody. Barracks would give me... Oh, yeah, so I could just make this like massive conscripts. This is going to be a conscription center. I'm not going to upgrade you yet, though. What that guy's doing, merchant through all my territory here. It's a bit rude. He has his own roads. So I have one town that I can upgrade to tier 4. And that is it. Dude, I think it actually has to be Trav good. Because then I can upgrade the border militia. Which gets me an extra 15 garrison for everybody. I can upgrade the secret police, getting me that +2. Upgrade the roads. I don't know that I need that. I could upgrade the temple. I'm not sure that I need that yet either. The next tier is 2-4. So I could go growth. That would cap me at 1.8. Probably maybe like a well would be needed. Man, it is really hard to get growth up. Not enough workforce for that. 15. Windmills affect all of your mines. Oh. Requires 30 workforce. Irrigation requires 40 workforce. Increases region capacity and boosts all your firms. If I was to upgrade you, you would give me 0.3 health for the realm. At the cost of 9 workforce, which is exactly how much I have left. Well, I think that's going to be what it is then. Okay. So, tier 2 border guard, tier 2 police HQ, tier 2 physicians in Trevorgood. This is kind of like my like main southern cities, so that'll help keep everything else in order. Schools versus prison, secret place. Do we start playing Tropico? I mean, we've always been doing a bit of troublemaking here. I do need guard posts. Like, the Dondorians don't have any guards, which, I don't know. Do they need guards? I guess there is a question to be had about that. Part of me is like, do I just need them on the walls, you know? It does say that guard houses can go on fortifications. Guard post guard station. Covers the full area, suitable for junctions and on top of walls. Oh. Wow, you need to have 5 thick walls for this. So this is what I should have here. Because this affects an area instead of just directly what's in front of them. This is what I used to know guard stations to be. This one is good as a guard post because he is watching the entrance. And I think they're my only 2 guard posts. Did I not build a 3rd one? I thought I maybe did, but... Alright. I gotta get rid of whatever we've done here. Because there's all this random ceiling. So maybe what I'll do is I'll actually just make a massive guard station here. Oh, why can't you just fit nice? That's 18 guards in the center of the city. I guess that does feel fitting. They probably don't need 54 guards. I don't even know if we have 18 guards. I could do this and still fit the gibbets also. The gibbets for 3. I'm going to do that. I'm going to put scaffolds in. Gibbet cages. This way the guards get to show everybody who's boss. I think you can walk over guard posts, so I'm not going to move these flowers if I don't have to. Just because why get rid of decorations? Plan to remove the wooden walls and make them stone. Yeah, the problem is I just don't have any stone. We're in like a constant stone epidemic right now because of... Well, mostly trying to build this highway, which thankfully is done. These guys are finally building a cart. Yeah, there's like a gajillion people working this warehouse, but that's good because that means like my internship population won't be killed. %5 efficiency. Boy, that does not seem very efficient. Yay! There's the cart. Load it on up. 200. 300. They'll start building that in no time. They'll change however many people are needed on that based on what's going on. Awesome. So they sent that off and they're already building the next cart. So that'll pour over here, get dumped out into this warehouse, and then brought straight down to these smelters. In fact, I don't even think they're bringing it into the warehouse. I think they're bringing it straight to the smelters. So hopefully this can start getting us a decent metal stockpile. We do have metal. It's just about like how much we're burning and how much we're making. Unavailable wood. Oh, you need wood to make hammers. All right, make felcatas then. Not felcatas. Make whatever these are. Flanxes. For our Mevis warriors. Oh yeah, I lost a lot through mercenaries and construction. That's right, I do have mercenaries hired right now. Which I probably don't need anymore. So let's stop paying them. We do have an archer formation up here that has 100 days left to train of conscripts. How are we doing on things like rations going out? 12. You're making 40, you're supplying 25, so... God damn if you don't need to be much bigger. So each of these can almost supply 2 regiments. If I could get it up to 50, obviously, it would be nice. I might need to remake that ration maker just for, like, efficiency. And I do think we need to, like, consider expanding the training halls now soon, too. Now, I don't really know if we need to be training that many guys, but I do feel like right now we have nobody trained. Except for a couple of archers who keep leaving town. I have 20 or so coming in every day, but I'm constantly at 0. I think he managed to unscrew himself there. I mean, we're in a constant cycle of screwing and unscrewing ourselves. Is how I would phrase it. We are constantly and unconstantly screwed. But we do have food, right? We have 10 days of food. And the health is largely fixed. No, the poor health in our settlement is a serious cause of concern. Lots of people are sick, and if not improved, there will be serious outbreaks. What does it say the problems in my settlement are? Some rooms have a problem with workload. The amount of odd jobbers you have is currently not a problem. Negative 174 odd jobbers is currently not a problem. Are you sure about that? I don't know what's happened suddenly with my jewelry. Room is poorly insulated. Oh. Damn. So what does that affect? What does that affect? Insulation 82%. That's just like how much it degrades. Yeah, that's fine. It's not super ideal, but for how it works right now, we'll make do. I could make it a little bit smaller, knock a couple jewelers off. Or I could make the smelter a little bit smaller, knock a couple smelters off. I am concerned about the fact that jewelry is like... Oh, yeah. These big houses take 28 jewelry to decorate. No wonder people are, like, gobbling it up. Should have checked. Constant screwing and unscrewing hints at a mechanical problem that might or not have to do with vibrations and or bad fastening. Don't tell them about elves. Don't tell them about elves. I mean, if the elves go anywhere, it's got to be out here. They're going to be outside the walls. Because they're going to only want to work in the ranching, the hunting, and the lumberjacks. I will say, we are really not making it on the wood right now. But I guess that's because Hootsort has been waiting for this upgrade. So that it can get its lumberjack back. That would solve it. Do I just make you a level 3 lumberjack here? I think I do. I have 2 more people left. And honestly, loyalty is pretty good. I could just put in secret police. Which would also pump up across the whole continent. I think let's do that, dudes. Oh yeah, look, secret police all over the place are doing fantastic work. You have border militia. Can't decide if he needs a better garrison. Right, you have the big guard post over there. only have like 13 points left on that front. -1 house. Hooah. Okay. I keep saying this, and it keeps being wrong, but I feel like we're at the point where we can start getting the military running. Did I just max that out? I did. Basic grain farming all the way maxed. I feel like we can start having conscripts and equipping them properly. And training them. Because that's what I want to do. We have our town guards, and I am like perfectly okay with what we have here. I'd maybe like to make a second unit of spear guards, but I'm not really in any rush for that. Those guys are all just for defense. And until this number dramatically improves, I don't see that as being reasonable. But I think as long as we're making big amounts of rations and big amounts of bread to go into those rations, which we are right now, we should be able to start feeding a conscript army. Clothes is the other part. We do make a lot of clothes. Yeah. So, let's gear up the war machine in the next episode. Because we'll leave it at that for today. I think that's the spot to do it. 12 episodes in. We got to be getting near an endpoint soon. I think if we get a really good army up out of conscripts, and we make it solid, and maybe we pick some fights with those insects to the south, and we'll see where we go from there. But until then, bye-bye.